Hi everyone. So I want to show you guys 7 new paintings I've been working on all in one day yesterday. That's where I was. Most of you probably was wondering, where is Danielle? She usually does a video on Saturday and Friday, but I took those days off. I was just getting some relaxation and just enjoying this time to myself painting, because painting for me is just it's like a form of meditation. It's a way that I relax, and I had fun doing it yesterday. And these are 7 new paintings I'm going to show you guys. 7, you guys, which makes 59 total paintings that I've done since I started this new hobby back in, I think, October of last year. I call these like my pandemic paintings, but they're really just African inspired art that I created. And I remember talking with a friend of mine who had said, I told him that, yeah, of course, I paint and I do it in my free time for fun. And he's like, where are your paintings? And I'm like, they're in my house. Like, they're like all over my place. My living room. I've actually expanded to my kitchen now, and I have some in my bedroom. Someone says, hey girl. I don't know who they're talking to. This is a woman here. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of a stickler for like words and language. So like, some of you guys just don't get it, but you'll learn it. You'll learn it. So I've expanded my paintings to like, I started, I think, where did I hang my first painting? I hang my first painting in my living room, of course. But then I expanded to my bedroom, my bathroom. I actually have paintings in my bathroom, my kitchen. They're all over. So total, I have 59 paintings, including these 7 that I'm going to show you guys. And I find it interesting, like when I was having a conversation with this person, I told him that, I paint, and he's asking like, where are my paintings? I'm like, they're in my residence. They're where I live. And he was like, oh, have you thought about showcasing them? And I'm just like, the first question that I've been asked, like when I came to you guys and showed you guys my paintings, someone said, am I going to sell them? And I'm like, hell no. That is forbidden. Sell my paintings? Like, my paintings are a part of me. It's like selling me. I cannot sell my paintings. I don't want to part ways with my paintings, okay? Will I showcase them? Possibly. I thought about like hosting a gallery, but I'm like, for what? I showcase them online, so if anybody want to see, then you guys can just look at my page online. But like, I'm a documentarian. Like, I like to document my life, even with YouTube, right? Someone calls me, oh, a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I make videos for YouTube. YouTube sends me a check. Doesn't mean I'm a YouTuber. I don't even edit my videos on YouTube, yo. I don't. I just don't edit my videos. Like, for what? I don't have to edit my videos. Like, I make videos like effortlessly without editing. I don't need to edit my videos. People say, oh, you should edit your videos. They're too long. But guess what? People watch them. And I get paid for them by making effortless videos that I don't really put much. I put much thought into it, but in terms of like doing pre-production and writing out notes and having a game plan for it, like, not necessarily. I usually just go into the video and I start talking. So you guys watch it. You don't like to watch it, then oh well. Well, you don't have to watch, Brandon. People like they're doing you a favor by watching your videos. Like, I make content for you guys. Actually, really for myself first. And then I share it with you guys, right? So if you're offended because I said that I don't like to be called girl, hey girl, then, oh well. I found that very funny, by the way. That's just like, I had a a college roommate, right? We were roommates for maybe 1 year when I was in college at Florida State University. And of course, she follows my page. That's my girl. That's my homegirl, right? That's my girl, though, right? And we have that certain understanding, but she knows, and most people know, like, I have certain terminology I prefer to be referenced to, right? Like, reference. And on one of my videos, she was like, "What's up, bitch?" And I was like, you know damn well I don't do that, right? But I get it. I think that some of you guys use certain colloquialisms or expressions because that's just what you relate to, right? But I don't really have people calling me girl or hey bitch. I mean, queen is kind of got like played out. A lot of people call me queen, but I'm just like, that's played out to me. Just call me my name. Hey Danielle, like, that's perfectly fine. But I get it. It's just like a term of endearment. Like, what's up, my nigga? And then if a person was be like, my nigga, I ain't your nigga, they take offense. Like you're creating this boundary. And yes, I guess I am setting a boundary because this is like how, like, there are certain ways I prefer to be called, like a reference and, hey girl. Oh, another one. What irks my nerve is, hey you. Yo, I had a supervisor. I had a supervisor back in LA who referenced that in an email with me and another intern. Hey, you too. I'm just like, I called her ass out on that shit. Like, you hate. It's just me. It's a me thing, okay? No need to take it personal, though. It's just me. Listen, I am very different, okay? My blood sister will let you know. Danielle, like, she used to always say this. Danielle's just different, okay? Just accept it. But see, that's my blood sister, so she grew up with me. Hey, V, haven't seen you in a while. I'm just coming in, but want to know if you do your own sketches or do you order the canvas drawings? No, I sketch it myself. I love your colors and love your wardrobe. Please forgive me. If sis is not your preference, no, sis is fine. Like, I can deal with sis. I don't know. It's just, maybe it's me. Like, I admit, if it's me, I will admit, like, it's me. Listen, I will admit that even in, like, when I'm dating guys and they run into problems with me, they're just like, I'm like, listen, it's me, okay? It's just me. Like, I don't know what else to say. But this is cool. It's just like, hey girl, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. That person took offense to it. Why? I don't know. I just said I'm like, hey girl. I don't know, but whatever. I'm about to get into this video. I did not intend to go on that much of a tangent, but I was responding to a comment, and I'm a nice person, okay? So please forgive me if I offend any of you sometimes, but it is what it is. And, like, especially as a writer, like, y'all should know, I'm very careful with diction. And I'll just leave it at that. All right, so yeah, I do my own sketches. For me, it's just something I do for fun, right? This is something I do for relaxation. I share it with you guys. So it's not about, like, for me, it's not like, oh, and I'm an artiste, right? There are people who create art that consider themselves artistes. And I think I'm an artiste in a different sense of the word, not necessarily in painting, right? But I think just as a person, like, I create different mediums of art aside from painting, right? I write, I'm a documentarian, literally, in terms of creating documentaries and filmmakers. So my art, I think my work can speak for itself, but yeah, I'm not an artist like that. So my work is just my work, and I do it for fun. I do it for relaxation, like I said. So this is Osiris, and how did I come around painting this god again? I think it's because I just like Osiris, because this is the second time he appears in my play show. He's like, I'm looking at him like right over there. He's above my couch. And this is the second appearance that he has in my place, but this time he's going to go in my bedroom. All 7 of these will go inside my bedroom. So, and I had so much fun painting these because I just love color. You guys will see, like, even my outfit, my wardrobe, I get a lot of compliments just even going throughout, like, Upper East Side where I live. It's a predominantly white neighborhood, but I be turning heads. I be turning white people heads. They be just like, oh, it's cute. It's just color. If you were to put on a bunch of different colors, try it out. I'm sure you would get a lot of compliments. It's just color, and I take pride in the colors that I wear. So it's just something about color. I think what it is, it makes you stand out. Because if you notice, most people, look around. Anywhere you go, it doesn't matter where you are. Most people are wearing blues. Blues, white, and black. Those are the three main colors that you notice that people are wearing. Generally, I did a scan, right? And I noticed that like several years ago. I'm just like, everybody is just wearing blue and black and white. And you may see a hint of a different color, like green or peach, you know, or red. But people, that goes to show you how conformed people are. Like, people say they like to be different. Oh, I don't like to copy trends. But then you look how people fit into society. You look at, like, everybody is kind of the same. And that's just in how we dress. So imagine if you were to sit down and talk to give a survey of how people think. You'll see that people share the same belief system too. Like, they think the same way. And it is what it is. Just try it out. Go outside when you're around a bunch of people, wherever that is, and where you live. And you'll see, just look at, just survey and see what are the colors that you see. Generally, it's going to be blue, black, and white, I promise you. So y'all like colors, but y'all, I love painting this Egyptian god, Osiris. There are actually African Americans who have named their children Osiris. So he's one of my favorite. This is the first time I've painted this guy, Jeb. I say guy. Or this god, actually. See, y'all are rubbing off for me. Girl. Alright, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, also I wanted to say with him, right? With him, and you guys will see this in another painting that I'm going to show you guys. The skin color is green. And as I was painting the green on his skin, it's just, I felt enlivened. I felt like, I mean, I felt, listen, when I first picked up a paintbrush last October and started painting, I was in ecstasy. I made a video on it, like my response to me painting for the first time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this sooner? I see why people do the sipping paints and just paint in general. Like, it's so relaxing. But adding color to canvas, it's something about just adding color and seeing the color reflect off the canvas. And it does something, I think, to my brain. It does. It's like it has to have some type of psychological effect as you're seeing the color, right? Like you're picking up the colors and the receptors in your eyes, and it's communicating signals throughout your brain and your body, I think, because color has meaning to it, right? And so I think that's what it is. But yeah, just, yeah, I love, like, it was just something about like painting the skin green. I was just like, oh gosh, I feel so good right now. Oh my gosh, it's ecstasy. But I have fun painting him too. I have fun painting the hair blue. I think what it is just stepping outside of the box, doing something that is different, right? Hair is usually what, black, you know, or shades of brown, and you know, painting the hair blue, I think it did something for me because it's just like stepping outside of the box. When you look at your color templates in the department stores, they're all depressing blue, gray, mauve, no bright orange, yellow. Well, you say like in the department stores. Okay, I guess I'm thinking about the art store. But yeah, like in department stores, just going out when you go shopping. Yeah, that's why when it comes to shopping for clothes, I don't really buy clothes from stores anymore. Unless it's like rainbow. Believe it or not, yo, Rainbow be having some cute stuff. I did a whole video on it, like a mini shopping haul that I did at the Rainbow in the Bronx. Because it also depends on which location you go to. They have a variety of different clothing. And I went to this Rainbow in the Bronx around Juneteenth holiday. And they had some really nice, like, onesie outfits. And so, the colors. It's the colors for me, right? But yeah, going into department stores, that's something I noticed too. It's just like, it's all the same. Now, the navy blue, black, that may work for certain occasions. Like, I wore that when I went on my not pre-doc, but post-doc interviews for a psychologist position. I think that was appropriate, you know, when I was interviewing for like certain positions, like forensic psychology position. I wore navy blue. I purchased a navy blue blazer, and I spent some good money on that shit too, y'all. I'm talking about like $150. The most I've ever spent on a freaking blazer, but yeah. So yeah, I get what you're saying. So the next three I'm gonna show you guys are female goddesses. This is Amunet, and for me, I like to exaggerate the nose and the mouth, especially on the women. I just do that sometimes. I do it on the men too, but not so much on the men, I think, as I do it on the women. Because what I notice, I think I do it purposely, because what I notice is that the pictures that I use as inspiration when I'm creating these, right, from Google, those creations or renditions of these Egyptian god and goddesses, they have like a European flavor to them. All right. They have a European flavor to them, right? And so with that, I notice like the mouths sometimes are like like the lips are kind of thin and kind of flat, like, and I try to change that. Like, granted, I know some, like Africans, right? We may have certain European looking features. Some people often ask me, am I mixed with something? And I'm like, well, we all mixed with something, right? But, because, you know, the shape of my nose is a bit different, you know what I'm saying, than a lot of African people. But, yeah, I like to exaggerate some of the, facial features. But this is the first time that I've done this goddess Amunet, and I realized that, I think after I painted this, I realized that there's a leader, right, a conscious leader, Brother Polite, who actually met in Los Angeles, and I took a picture with him. His wife is named Amunet. I just realized that, like, after, like, wait, Amunet, that name sounds familiar. But yeah, a lot of like people in the conscious community, in the black conscious community, they name themselves, or they rename themselves actually after Egyptian gods, and I think that's kind of unique. Why not? And you have people that say, oh, well, not every African American descended from Egyptian heritage. Whatever. Who cares? Just know that we just know that the Egyptians were black, and we're all a family. Especially when you look at it in terms of Pan-Africanism, right? We're all one family. So this is Sekhmet. I didn't know Sekhmet. Honestly, the name Sekhmet, I didn't know it was a god. I had to do some research, right? Because I follow this woman on Instagram. I found out about her through this tribe that lives in the tropics. I'm not going to say the name. They're very controversial. But she actually, people who follow the tribe, they know who I'm talking about. She actually did the freeform locks of the entire tribe, and it's a whole bunch of members, you guys. I mean, a whole bunch in terms of being able to do like everybody's hair. That's a lot of work she did, but she got flown out, and she's actually from my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm like, Girl, I'm from Florida too. But she named herself Sekhmet. This is the Egyptian god. And then it's funny because when I do the comparison, I look at what Sekhmet looks like, which is like this. It's a lion, as you guys can see. This is the head of like a female lion. Grand Rising, Rodrigo. You'll see that looking at her face, like the way she looks kind of resembles it. It's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing, by the way, but it just kind of resembles a lion. Like she looks like Sekhmet, so I can see why she would call herself that. But not only just visually, like I think and characteristically, she embodies the same characteristics like of the female goddess Sekhmet, in that she's a warrior. She's always like in front of the camera, like doing some warrior. You guys gotta go look her up on Instagram. Her name is Sekhmet, but she has like these wigs. She's like the best wigs that I've seen. Very thick, and yeah, she's always doing like some warrior shit. Like, she probably would whoop somebody's ass though, because she looked pretty solid, like her physique. But I had fun painting this, and I think I was a bit like skeptical about how these paintings would turn out, given that I did have to scale them down to size, which I did not want to do, but I did it because I wanted to make use of these canvas that I purchased alongside some other canvas that I purchased when I came to you guys prior and showed you guys the 5 Ghanaian Adinkra symbols that I did. I like when I go to the art store, I just don't like to go and buy like one set of canvas. I like to just get like sometimes multiple, because I know that I'm going to get inspired to do new pieces of art. So I went ahead and purchased these, and I think these came in a pack of 7. So I'm like, what can I put on this? And then I'm like, oh, I can do the heads of Egyptian gods. But I feel like just doing the head alone does not do justice to the Egyptian god, because it's something about the body, yo. Like, especially the way they stand, and they just, oh my gosh. I love the way Egyptian gods like are depicted in photos. Like, they just so majestic and just so like geometrically aligned, and the shoulders are just positioned a certain way, and the head is always usually turned to the left. And it's symbolic, you know. So yeah, I kind of feel a little bit discouraged not being able to do the full size Egyptian gods and goddesses. Just like only can fit the head, because granted, like let's say if I did put the entire Egyptian god here on this size canvas, right, it just would be too small. The head would be like about the size of my freaking fist. It would just be too small if I was to try to scale it and put the whole entire body. So I scaled it to fit the head on the canvas. But I think it's better this way. And when I hang these up in my bedroom, it's gonna be so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yo, I swear, when I first did, I think it was Osiris and Isis. I have them hanging over my couch, right? When I first did them, I remember it was just something mystical happening in my place. I think I was like conjuring up their spirit. I was channeling their spirit, yo. It's real. These guys exist. I know sometimes they like to say, oh, it's just folk tales, is not real, but no, they are real. So yeah, Sekhmet is a female Egyptian god, and this is another Hathor. I have fun painting her. You guys will see like the design of her headpiece is like a fish, and usually there's some semblance of like a snake figure in Egyptian art. It's not uncommon to see snakes. So you definitely see, there are 2 snakes. I think they're cobras. I don't know what kind of snake this is, but I think this is like a cobra. But yeah, I have fun painting her too. I did, no. So when I finished painting her, I realized that I forgot something. I don't usually forget. I usually complete my drawings, my paintings, but I did forget. And it was some stripes, like some light blue stripes that are supposed to go there. But I'm like, you know what? Because her hair color is similar to how many other gods did I paint? Oh, wow. Wow. So I have 7 paintings here, right? There are 6, including her, who have blue hair. Osiris is the only one who does not have blue hair, at least not shown here in the painting. So, interesting. And they're all the same. So she matches them without the stripes, the light blue stripes, the highlights. Yeah. I like painting women for some reason. Not even just like Egyptian goddesses, but just African goddesses in general. Just something about like the woman body and like women's features. I have fun. I find it easier to draw women, I think, than it is to draw men sometimes. I guess it just comes natural drawing women. So yes, I am live on Facebook. So of course the orientation is reversed. So when I say that Egyptian god and goddesses are faced to the left, they are. But it probably doesn't show that way, right? It shows like she's facing this way. To the right. Because it's kind of confusing, isn't it? I know. It's confusing. Because it is flipped, you guys. That's all. It's flipped. Alright, I have 2 more. 2 more. So this is Horus. Ooh. What does he look like? They said that it's like his face is like a falcon shaped face. And then I realized, I'm like, wait, do falcons look like that? I guess so. But I have a lot of fun painting Horus though. Because it's just very unique. His face is just so unique. It's just like Sekhmet. Their faces are so unique, and there's a lot, of course, a lot of geometry when it comes to doing paintings, right, or drawing. And I like geometry, like doing combining different shapes together. I think that's what makes it fun, because you can see the shapes that you're combining together, right, to create this finished product. So that's the fun part. Oh, and I like the skin color too, of course, which I also used on a few other guys and goddesses that you guys saw. Then we have one more. This is Thoth. Now, okay. I know you guys are probably looking like, wait a minute, something is looking kind of weird with his beak. I know, you guys. I think what I did, I like really made his beak very thick, okay? It's not really supposed to be that thick. It really should be like, there should be like this. Actually, a third of the size here that I have. Almost like a third of it, right? But you know what? This is my rendition of these guys, okay? So, it is what it is. And it could be that, his beak, I don't know, it's just triple in size here. Maybe he just has a bigger beak. But, that's what we have. And I love it. You guys, I remember, okay, so after I finish him, I almost forgot to add like the red zigzag design here as part of his collar. Had to go back and add it. I was just like, wait a minute, this is missing something. Wait, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys what all of these look like. The actual orientation. But as you guys can see, I love my paintings. Alright, so that's all 7 gods and goddesses. And now we are going to take a look at what they all look like in the actual orientation. They're so cute. I can't wait to hang them up. I'm going to hang them up like after I end this video. Or maybe when I get back. Because I'm going to go grab me some food. I might take you guys with me. I might go to the park actually. So, alright. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see. Oh, by the way, that is my Malian mud cloth that I have hung there against my wall. My degree is going to go there. Class of 2021. Oh, check this out. How about I found this on the sidewalk in my neighborhood? It was just sitting there just waiting on me. I'm just like, oh, I'm about to pick that up because somebody has thrown this out and it's still in good conditions. I'm just like, y'all just be throwing away stuff. Y'all know how white people be, and I do have an extra canvas board behind there. I almost forgot about that canvas board. Alright, so these are my Egyptian gods and goddesses that I just painted. That's what they look like. I'll also take a picture of each and post it to my Facebook page, my album. It's more like for me, you know. I like to just have these just as something I can look back on. Be like, oh, I did this. You just chilling. Alright, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Segments, like, fuck with me. Yeah. I'm gonna hang, this is the position I'm gonna hang them up to, I think. Probably just like this, in the same order. They're gonna go over my bed. I might do a video after I've hung them up over my bed. Alright. Say goodbye.